Nelson's English School, online teaching, grade 4, subject SS Geography, lesson 4, the coastal plains and islands. So students, in our previous chapters, we have learned four types of landforms. They are northern mountains, northern plains, desert and plateau. In this chapter, we will learn about two more types of landforms. They are coastal plains and islands. The coastal plains. A coast is the land beside or near the sea or the ocean. India has a beautiful coastline that stretches all around the Indian peninsula. The length of the Indian coastline is about 7,000 kilometers. On the west, we have the western coastal plains, and on the east, we have the eastern coastal plains. The average width of the western coastal plains is 65 kilometers and that of the eastern coastal plains is 120 kilometers. The western coastal plains lie between the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghats. They begin in Gujarat and go southwards through the western part of Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka and Kerala. They end in Kanyakumari in the south. These plains are broader in Gujarat but become narrower in South India. They are divided into three main parts: the Gujarat Coast, the Konkan Coast and the Malabar Coast. The Gujarat coast is the broadest between the Gulf of Kutch and the Gulf of Khambat. A gulf is an inlet of the sea that has a large area of water partly surrounded by land. South of the Gujarat coast is the Konkan Coast, which extends up to Goa. The coastline here is narrow, rocky and uneven. That is why lighthouses along the coast warn ships about the rocks that lie just beneath the surface of the sea. Many harbors are located here have become big cities and ports today. Ports are important for trade as ships load and unload their goods here. Mumbai is one of the largest ports in India. The Konkan coast is rich in petroleum and many oil wells are found here. The Malabar coast lies to the south of the Konkan coast. A large number of lagoons are found here, especially in Kerala. Lagoons are shallow saltwater lakes separated from the sea by an area of rock or sand. They are a major tourist attraction. Lagoons are also called backwaters. Kochi is the most important port on the Malabar coast. The climate in the western coastal plains is very hot and humid throughout the year. The region receives heavy rainfall during the monsoon season. Coconut, rice, cashew nut, groundnut, sugarcane and tobacco are grown here. People also catch fish for a living. These coastal plains have some of the best beaches in the country. Kandla, Ahmedabad, Panji, Marmugao, Mumbai, Mangalore, Kochi, Kozhikode and Tiruvananthapuram are some of the important towns and cities along this coast. The eastern coastal plains lie between the Bay of Bengal and the Eastern Ghats. They began from West Bengal and passed through Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Like the western coastal plains, they also end at Kanyakumari. These plains are wider than the western coastal plains. The northern parts of these plains are known as the northern Sirkars and the southern part is called the Coromandel Coast. The region is very fertile with plenty of water available for growing rice and sugarcane. Coconut, cotton and jute are also grown here. The region has only a few good harbors. Paradip, Vishakhapatnam and Chennai are the three largest ports on this coast. There is a big shipbuilding yard at Vishakhapatnam. The sea on the eastern coast is rougher and the waves are stronger and bigger than those on the western coast. The climate is hot and humid throughout the year. However, winters are cooler. The northern part of the eastern coastal plains receive rain during the monsoon, but not as much as the western coastal plains do. The southern part of this region is the only region in the country that receives rainfall during the winter. The coastal plains are important because many ports are found along the coast and they are important for inland and foreign trade. Many of these seaside towns are popular holiday and tourist destinations. Fishing is an important occupation. Export of fish is an important industry here. As the land is fertile, a variety of crops such as rice, coconut, and rubber are grown here. An island is a piece of land surrounded by water on all sides. There are two main groups of islands in India. They are the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These are actually over 500 islands divided into two groups. They cover an area of over 8,000 square kilometers. The northern group is called Andaman Islands and the southern group is called the Nicobar Islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are a union territory of India. The capital is Port Blair. All the islands in this group are actually the topmost part of a submerged mountain range. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are covered with forest and only few of them are inhabited. Even today, we see people living in these forests in groups and tribes. These people are known as tribals. Indira Point on the Nicobar Islands is the southernmost point of India. The climate here is warm and pleasant. Cool sea breeze always blow here. Rice and coconut are the major crops of the region. Pulses, fruits and vegetables are also grown here. Fishing is an important activity. The Lakshadweep is the smallest union territory of India. It lies in the Arabian Sea close to the Malabar coast. Lakshadweep consists of over 30 islands covering an area of about 32 square kilometers. Only some of the islands are inhabited. Kavaratti is the capital of Lakshadweep. These islands are coral islands. A coral island is made up of the hard body coverings produced by tiny sea creatures known as corals. The main industry here are fishery, tourism and agriculture. The main crops grown here are coconut and rice. Fruits such as bananas are also grown here. Many vegetables are also grown here. Islands are important because both groups of islands are a popular tourist attraction. Though the climate is warm and tropical, it is always very pleasant here due to the cool sea breeze that blows here.